Learn about an equine program that uses horses to facilitate growth, learning, and healing. And Andrea Auther from the Zucker Hillside Hospital joins us to discuss the WRAP program.
So psychosis is kind of a broad term for certain psychological symptoms that look like a person is maybe not really in touch with reality. We are working with people who have attenuated symptoms, so that means at a little bit of a lower level, because we're an early intervention program.
And we revisit the segment on Operation Pizza Box. Hello, I'm Art Flesher from Suffolk County Health Department's Division of Community Mental Hygiene. I'm your host for Something of Substance, our monthly video magazine. Welcome back. Each month, we show how substance abuse, mental illness, and developmental delays affect you, your kids, and your community. We'll also give you a few examples of how services in Suffolk County help people find the inner resources they need to tackle their problems.
I had no idea it was going to be so hard. I didn't know what to expect. You hear the stories, but I never took any of it seriously until I found myself here. And then I realized I was going to have to work hard for my recovery.
If you or someone you know has a drug or alcohol problem, you are not alone.
Recovery was the hardest job I ever had, and the most important.
Palomine is a comprehensive therapeutic program that serves a wide range of mental health populations. Their unique program uses horses to facilitate healing, learning, and growth.
Palomine is a not-for-profit organization, and it is a comprehensive therapeutic equine program that uses horses to facilitate growth, learning, and healing. We provide a comprehensive therapeutic equine program using horses as our tool to facilitate emotional growth, learning, and healing.
Palomine is a great place for our community because everyone works together and we all come together. We're like a family, and anyone's welcomed here. And when you're here, there's really nowhere else you'd want to be.
Our population includes children and adults with disabilities, those who have been abused or neglected, those with mental illness, those who have been troubled with chemical abuse or substance abuse, our returning military and their families, as well as the coalitions for domestic violence. Palomine Summer Camp is for students who are already at Palomine. There's about 60 students during the 2 weeks of summer camp. It's grant funded, and we incorporate lots of different things during summer camp. There's lots of outside facilitators that come in. So yes, we do involve the horses every day, but there are also things like art and music therapy.
This room is primarily used in the summertime for the camp program. And what we have is generally we have 4 groups. We have a work study group, we have a J-STEP group, and we have the students that sometimes come in during the course of the year. They're coming here. So what I do in the course of rotating these groups, they come in here, I have a project for them to do. What I want them to do is just have confidence, have fun, and I want them to be able to walk home with something that reflects what they had as an experience at Palomine.
There are llamas that come onto the property, as well as other small animals. There's different puppeteers. There are day trips. We take the kids to Saratoga Racetrack, or different field trips that we go on.
In terms of how the animals are helping people with mental health or substance abuse issues, I think really the animals are so forgiving. First of all, most of the time they're quiet, they don't speak. I mean, they empower people.
Mostly what's therapeutic about horses is that they don't talk back to you. It's kind of like you can just say anything and they feel your feelings. Like they sense when you're feeling sad or scared. And it's kind of nice to know that it's not like you're just talking to like a blank wall, and that it's actually listening and understanding how you're feeling, and it just kind of calms me.
Horses really do a tremendous amount, not just by improving their self-esteem, but improving their posture and balance, and improving their will to live and their desire to further their education and go, further in their workforce. It really runs the gamut.
For young people, it's the size of the animal sometimes, that the accomplishment of them being able to hold a llama, walk a llama, and have that experience. But I think otherwise, the unconditional love that these animals can express in their own ways, and I think the peacefulness of being able to just connect in whatever level is comfortable for that person, and it is very uninhibiting.
Palomine is a really important place to me, mainly because I've been through some tough times, and Lisa Gaddy has provided a program for me that helped me through those times and gave me a place that I can call a second home, and that I can be here and be able to trust the people and know that I'm safe.
Palomine provides a 2-week summer camp program every summer. What we're seeing here today is we're in our 2nd week, actually, and our summer camp is really traditionally a very inclusive environment, which includes our Palomine students who come here on a daily or a yearly basis, as well as those who are typically developing. It is geared for socialization and recreation, as well as collaborations with many other people who are around the island who help us out during the year, as well as during the week of summer.
The work study program is a program that the young teens, we all work together and get jobs done, and we learn responsibility. And
what I get out of working here is it builds my confidence in just helping these kids that need help in this world. And it just makes me feel good just to give something back to them.
What I get out of working here at Palomine, I get out like seeing other people happy that they came here. And the feeling that they're happy here is just amazing to see that the horses can change their lives and that we're helping them change it.
Many people have came to Palomine for different reasons, and usually in the end it changes their lives completely. I've seen deaf kids that never talked, have said their first word while working with horses and around people, and it's just such a great experience and brings a smile to everyone's faces. I've gotten a lot out of working here at Palomine. I've learned a tremendous amount of responsibility. I've learned how to work with people better. I've got to experience things that kids my age usually don't get to.
Horses are a tremendously empowering animal, and because of their ability to not judge, often for their first time in their lives, our children and adults are not judged based on their disability or their issue that they come to us with. And when they walk into the arena, whether it's an unmounted program or whether it's a riding program that they experience here at Palomine, whether it's the summer camp or whether it's, a traditional program during the year, because of the horses, for the first time, they're often put on that level playing field.
Palomine gives everybody equal footing. It doesn't matter what you're about, what you might have as a disability, whatever. Everybody who comes here is given respect and opportunity, and the progress is astounding.
We'd like to thank the folks at Palomine for inviting us to visit. If you'd like to find out more information about Palomine, contact them at area code 631-348-1389 or email them at info@palomine.org. Up next, we have an informative discussion with Andrea Auther to discuss the Recognition and Prevention Program. We'll be right back.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how, visit the partnership at drugfree.org.
Andrea Auther is a clinical psychologist at the Zucker Hillside Hospital. She is the associate director of a research clinic called the Recognition and Prevention Program, otherwise known as the RAP program. We were able to speak with her at a recent Children's Mental Health Conference. Dr. Auther, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Art. It's really a privilege to be here.
What is the RAP program?
The RAP program is a specialty research and clinical program for adolescents and young adults who appear to be showing early signs of what might become psychosis. And so in the RAP program, we are trying to provide some interventions to prevent the onset of psychosis if we can, or delay it. And we're also doing longitudinal research to look at the biological mechanisms that might lead to psychosis development.
Can you explain and expand on the term psychosis for our viewers?
So psychosis is kind of a broad term for certain psychological symptoms that look like a person is maybe not really in touch with reality. We are working with people who have attenuated symptoms, so that means at a little bit of a lower level, because we're an early intervention program, so we're trying to prevent full-blown symptoms.
Dr. Auther, can you share with us the objective of this research study?
So the Recognition and Prevention Program, or the RAP program at Zucker Hillside Hospital, has been in operation for about a little over 10 years, and it's under the directorship of Dr. Barbara Kornblatt. And we have a research program and a clinic for adolescents and young adults. And so this is a longitudinal study where we're following people over time, and we're also providing some interventions. The adolescents and young adults who come into the RAP program are showing what we think are early signs of what might develop into psychosis. So at the level of that they come into our program, the level is a little bit attenuated. So for instance, instead of having full paranoia, they might have some suspiciousness. Or instead of having delusional ideas or hallucinations, they might have some unusual thoughts and things that do not reach the level of full psychosis.
How do you get referrals for this program?
People come to the RAP program from a variety of referral sources. Sometimes people are self-referred, so they've noticed some changes in themselves that they are concerned about, or maybe they're starting to worry about things, and they might be seeking services directly. There are also parents who call us because they're concerned about their adolescent or young adult child. We get referrals from private practitioners, so psychologists, social workers, psychiatrists in the community, and also all of the people that come to the Recognition and Prevention Program and programs like ours at Zucker Hillside Hospital, they're really treatment seeking. So some things are not going well for them. Someone's noticed or they've noticed, and they're seeking services. So a lot of the referrals we get do come from the hospital system.
Dr. Auther, at what level should concerned parties seek treatment for individuals who might be experiencing symptoms of psychosis?
What I would recommend is that if a person, a young person or someone in their family thinks that there is something not going well and that perhaps their loved one is showing some early signs of what might be psychosis, that they should seek services right away. We think that the sooner people seek services, the better the potential outcome could be. So if the young person is noticing signs such as hearing or seeing things that seem unusual, maybe they're getting more suspicious or more involved with conspiracies or other kinds of unusual ideas that might be bothering them, or maybe their thinking is not as clear as it used to be, or some of their behavior has changed, it would be a good idea to seek services right away. Most people try to find practitioners, meaning social workers, psychologists, or psychiatrists in their community to get an evaluation. Programs like ours, the Recognition and Prevention Program, we also offer evaluations. But first what we do is talk to people on the phone and see if they might be appropriate for the research. If they're not appropriate for our particular project, we would be able to potentially give referrals to other places.
Has this research study produced any positive results that you can share with our viewers?
We do have some results that have come out of the RAP program, and by and large, most of the people who do come and seek services through our program and programs like ours do better. People who are adherent to treatment recommendations tend to do better. So whether someone is recommending therapy or medication or something like that, that tends to lead to better outcomes. We're also in the middle of a study looking at omega-3 fish oil. This has been shown to be effective in reducing high-risk symptoms and preventing psychosis in study in Europe. And so we are replicating that study here in the United States as part of a big group, and we're in the middle of that right now. So we also offer that sort of treatment.
Dr. Auther, are there any recommendations you can give our viewers to best detect and prevent the onset of psychosis in a family member who might be experiencing symptoms?
We really want to intervene with people at the high-risk stage before they develop full psychosis, because we think that's the best opportunity to do something to change the course. We offer several different treatments in the WRAP program. We have over time. We've done some family interventions, we've done some other psychotherapy type interventions, and we also give medication in some cases when it's warranted.
In addition to the WRAP program, are there any other programs at Zucker Hillside you'd like to tell us about?
The WRAP program is specific to looking at high-risk symptoms and treating high-risk symptoms of psychosis. But there are also other programs at the Zucker Hillside Hospital that treat different types of disorders, such as full schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, obsessive-compulsive disorder, etc.
How can our viewers get more information about the WRAP program?
So if someone wanted to get in touch with us at the WRAP program, you could go to our website, which is www.wrapprogram.org, and that's WRAP program, one word. We also take calls. The number is 718-470-8115. And again, I just want to point out that not all people are going to meet the criteria for the WRAP program, but we might be able to offer some referrals to other services that might be more appropriate, both at our hospital system and in the community.
We'd like to thank Dr. Auther for giving us some insight into this valuable and promising prevention effort. Up next, we have an archive segment on Operation Pizza Box. Stay tuned.
They'll be fine, I hope.
What if you could prevent a young person from getting hurt or killed?
What should I do?
If you could turn back the clock and stop an underage drinking party from ever happening. Now you can. Pick up the phone and call 1-866-UNDER-21. It's your community, your call, and it's completely anonymous.
In our archive segment, we look back at an environmental prevention strategy with the Babylon Community Coalition. The coalition, in conjunction with Babylon High School and several Babylon Village merchants, teamed up to educate and increase awareness about the dangers of drugs and alcohol.
Operation Pizza Box is an environmental strategy where students will place a message on pizza boxes with existing pizza companies in the community. So as you order pizzas for delivery, you'll also receive this message, whether it be anti-drinking, anti-tobacco, or anti-drug.
Well, environmental strategies, the research shows that they work best with community coalitions, they work best with prevention, and this particular one, Operation Pizza Box, came from a brainstorming meeting we had. We meet monthly as a coalition. We talk about some old business. We usually have a speaker every month, and then we brainstorm new ideas, new things.
Babylon High School and the BCC, the Babylon Community Coalition, is trying to combat underage drinking. And one of the ways to do that is to become creative, innovative, and come up with strategies that prevent underage drinking.
And one of our regular members, Mr. Bill Whittier, brought up the idea of using a sticker on a pizza box. He had seen the idea on a newspaper and thought we could somehow transform it to make it an environmental strategy for the coalition.
Pizza Box, I felt, for the BCC was a way to reach more people, to expand and let the community know exactly what all the efforts were being made to protect the children of the village.
Babylon Community Coalition is a nice marriage between the community and the school district, really that was designed to empower kids to make better decisions regarding their health and future.
The school has worked closely with the Babylon Community Coalition to organize this event, Operation Pizza Box. We are forever grateful and thankful to the Babylon Community Coalition for their efforts. As I have stated, it does take a village to raise a child. We in education are responsible for the students so many hours of the day, so many days of the week and month. We can't do it all by ourselves, and we are fortunate here in Babylon to have so many committed community organizations, and there's no better example of that than this event and the Babylon Community Coalition.
We had a lot of help, as always, from many different organizations. We have, well, the pizzerias that we use 6 pizzerias. They were more than willing to help us, more than willing to let us come into their establishments that day. We had a Bayview Deli as well, allowed us to come that day. The school was involved. Our kickoff, as a matter of fact, was at the school in the cafeteria. We had SAD as part of, they were involved. The SAD coordinator really helped recruit a lot of kids. We had over 50 kids that day participating.
Operation Pizza Box is a wonderful opportunity for the students and Students Against Destructive Decisions to work with the Babylon Community Coalition to inform our community and encourage parents and young people to work together and know that we all have a mutual cause and that we want to promote making positive choices.
My overall experience with Operation Pizza Box was very good. I thought it was a good way to get our message out.
The sticker that we're putting on the pizza box says 79% of students in grades 7 through 12 report opportunities for pro-social, alcohol-free activities in Babylon community.
It would be lost in this all if we didn't recognize and single out the students for their efforts. We as adults can only do so much, but I am so proud and so grateful for these students for taking the initiative and taking time out of their schedules to go out and sort of spread this message and this pro-social choices and positive decisions. It's just an enlightening, a gratifying, and again, it's just a wonderful community event that has really been spearheaded by our own students.
It was a good feeling to see me and all my peers put out a positive message about this topic.
I'm extremely proud of Babylon High School students coming out today. If we really want to change the way people think about underage drinking, you really need the teens, the students in the school to take the active role. You know, peer pressure is one piece of it. The advertising and marketing is another piece. So if peers can work with peers to combat underage drinking, that's probably the best way we're going to make a solution for this.
If the people who are underage drinking see peers of theirs and teenagers trying to get out a good message, they'll think twice before doing something bad.
Our teens are facing so many issues and so many difficult choices of how they're going to spend their free time, and we are really hoping to provide parents with an arsenal of research and ideas and tools and how to deal with their kids.
What we hope to accomplish is to really get the word out about underage drinking and promoting pro-social skills. So what the environmental strategy does is it's twofold. It gives kids a fun activity because we're telling them not to use drugs and alcohol, but you want to replace that with giving them something fun to do. So an environmental strategy provides that resource or that role for them. They were able to spend an afternoon with their peers, like-minded peers, doing the Operation Pizza Box. And secondly, it also gets the word out about the coalition. It lets people know that may not be aware. They order pizza, they see our sticker, hopefully it piqued some curiosity. Really, we're trying to reach more and more people in the community, in particular parents.
I am really hoping that the Pizza Box initiative started some discussions in the home. You know, you bring your pizza box home, you read the sticker. Hopefully the BCC, Babylon Community Coalition, is familiar to people. If it's not, maybe they start thinking, you know, what is this about? Maybe I should look into this. We're hoping that most people know what the BCC is through parent meetings at the school. And what we're looking for really is more parent involvement.
I'm happy that my son is involved in Operation Pizza Box because it teaches him community service and about drug and alcohol awareness. And he also spreads this to his friends.
What we hope to gain from Operation Pizza Box is a raised awareness within our community. There is no one approach that is going to get into all the households. But by doing things like this, it's creative, it's a real grassroots effort, and it doesn't involve much more than some human resources. And in this case, those human resources are in the form of our students, who will go out and will be spreading the message.
Awareness is it all. If people hear it, they'll think twice, they'll not do it, or they'll try and do what we're doing and get out a good message, and then it just expands.
Our strategy right now is marketing, to students, to parents, and then to the community. Babylon's a very tight-knit community. They come out and support our sports teams, our drama, our music, and this is now today they're going to support our teens and keep them safe. So that's where it's all about. It's all about getting people notified, let them know, and then make the right choices off of that.
Our goal is always to raise awareness. So we're hoping maybe we planted a seed for somebody, we raised awareness. We also put a pro-social norm on the sticker, which shows that not everybody's using alcohol. So when kids say everybody's using alcohol, everybody's drinking, they're really not. So it's really to just raise awareness for students and parents that we're here, the Babylon Coalition exists, and we hope to get people to join.
Prevention's a really good thing.
For information about the Babylon Community Coalition, their events, activities, and meetings, please contact Felice Nyland at area code 631-321-4699. For information about other environmental prevention strategies, please contact the Prevention Resource Center at area code 631-608-5014. We'd like to thank our viewers for tuning in to Something of Substance. Our video magazine is a public resource, and we're eager to hear your feedback, as well as any suggestions you may have for future show topics. For all inquiries and concerns, please contact me at art.flesher@suffolkcountiny.gov. I'm your host, Art Flesher. Join us again next month for more of Something of Substance.
Who else has been taking your prescriptions? Keep your medicine and your family safe and secure. Mind your meds. To learn how, visit the partnership at drugfree.org.